Hey guys, it's Shane King. No, today I wanted to cover the TDs for the Shenry reprints and the Skywrite deck that they announced, but Butcher is not on top of it, so I don't have the decks to open for you guys this week. So instead, I'm doing Maelstrom, courtesy of a friend called Keith. Whatever, I don't freaking know. Anyway, right line, yay. Anyway, your grade 1 is still your vanilla grade 1 Officer Caltrick. It doesn't fucking matter. Then you ride over to, which is your standard go second draw, your crest. I don't fucking care what you go with. Then you have Knight Tier D, which is basically when it's rolled upon by him, I believe. When it's rolled upon by an Aqua Force clan. Oh, this one I think is an Aqua Force. That's kind of convenient. So they can actually refresh the right line however you want, and you can mix and match. That's kind of cool. So yeah, you roll over by an Aqua Force card, and then it basically allows you to search for the order. The order is Storm Judgment. As we all know and love, our beautiful Storm Judgment that were glorified bricks at the time, I believe, from what I understand. The grade 1 skill is kind of useful, actually, surprisingly enough. Basically, if you have a Maelstrom in Vanguard, it's basically a 13k beat stick, which is grade 1 with grade 3. That's crazy. And as you know, anything that's get called out from Soul goes back to Soul. The grade 2, on the other hand, when it's rolled over by Aqua Force Vanguard, of course, you can choose up to one. You look at top 7, I believe. Yeah, for an Aqua Force or Tear Dragon, and then you just call it the rear guard circle. Sorry, I'm a bit unfamiliar with this. Basically, we don't care for red text, and we are using the new Glory Maelstrom. One of the reasons is it has a lot more power, and second, obviously, other than the fact that you can cheese the cross, right? The one of the things that really makes it above the original Maelstrom is the fact that the first skill is basically if you set each order in the set, each of this set order that or mother set order that's in the order zone, front row gets 5,000 power. That's quite a bit, and then it gets all the act abilities of the original Maelstrom, which is here. And then it says all, so that's why it in soul or rearguard, so it counts, so you can have multiple act abilities, basically. I'll show you why that's important later. The second skill is basically when this specific name Maelstrom attacks, it gets 5,000 power. If the 4th or more battle, you draw a card and you choose one of your opponent's rearguard and retire it. And then the last auto ability is basically when you rest 2 of this, your opponent cannot call Sentinels from hand, which is basically prevents them from guard restrict. Obviously, other than the fact that we obviously run 3 personas, we also run 4 copies of the original Maelstrom, which is funny because we technically use this act ability, but we just don't use this auto ability because, well, you're not on Vanguard. But the act ability, because it's taken for Glory's effect, you know, this is once per turn. Basically, you discard a card and you call an I think you can call almost anything. Yeah, just Aqua Force or Tear Dragon, which you will only call Aqua Force mainly. There's almost no Tear Dragons in this deck. And he gets this auto ability, so you're giving himself the auto ability, where if it's the first attack, and if your opponent is grade 3, you counter blast, you stand it, which is pretty cool. So you can basically you can attack 5,000, and then it's an 18k beatstick next turn. Then first wave, then your second wave can be a 23, so it stacks, and you know ideally that second swing will be the 4th or more attack. Then you can draw. So each Maelstrom does that. So the more Maelstroms in 4th wave, the better. So you can plus, because you don't really have much plussing in this deck. I don't know if my lack of experience or what. So I will explain to you my opinion on this deck, and like I realize there might be a card that might be better in this deck. I'll find out later. Then you got your 4 set orders. Basically, they're kind of a fraud set orders. They're more of like normal orders that you set and you can't use them anymore. Then they just exist in your order zone. So when you place it, you revive an Aqua Force or Tear Dragon from drop. Basically, that's gonna be a reoccurring joke. Where it says Tear Dragon. Let's see here. Oh yeah, you get 5,000 power. You can give a unit 5,000 power for every other basically of the set order. So 15,000 power is your max. It's kind of lame. It's kind of a shit deck. If it weren't for the fact that this gives the front row 5,000 power for each in the set order, I would have felt like that's kind of stupid. So Butcher knew what they were doing. 3 of these, because basically the main thing is it's discard fodder, because you can EB2 and revive it, so it's not minus in, and it's as fight. What does it fully do? I don't freaking understand. Don't worry about me. Yeah, basically if you have the set order, you can gain 5,000 power and 5,000 shield. So it's it intercept from back row too, so it's a 10k intercept or shield value in your hand, and it's a 15k body. So your opponent might have trouble trying to beat it down in the first place. 3 of them. 4 of Tidal Assault. Now this one is basically, the first one is when it attacks, you Soul Blast 1 and it gives your Vanguard 5,000 power, or basically any Maelstrom unit 5,000 power. No, it's just a Vanguard, sorry, I misread the skill. Then the second one is if it's the second wave, you counter blast 1 and then you extend it. So second battle, basically, second wave, because you get it, your Aqua Force wave. Now this guy, kind of like a lot of encounters nowadays, they don't give you an encounter card, but they give you like a descendant of an encounter card that counts as a card. Basically, this makes it so that it's an Aqua Force clan, which means if you play this in premium, you kinda can't put it in any other clan, but not like it matters because the on-place effect search target is only set orders and the 2 Maelstroms persona and the other 1 Maelstrom in name only. And then at the end of battle, this unit attack count +1 and then swap 2 rears, because that's how Aqua Force works. You swap rear guards. You run Cutlass, which is a fraud because this is for the other clan that I can't remember. Damn, that's me. I really need to do more research, but I wouldn't need to do this if it weren't for the fact the order didn't come in. Grand Blue, right. Basically, it's because Grand Blue can't use this because you need to have no cards in G-Zone, so currently no Grand Blue deck has no G-Zone. Yay, although I doubt there will be. Anyway, so it's discard fodder, so it's your energy cycle. Basically, you discard and then you energy blast 3 and you draw a card. Basically, it's pretty free. Then drop the act ability, basically you remove 2 and then you counter charge. So you can counter charge twice, which surprisingly you don't counter charge more than once anyway, so it's nice to have. You can also discard it for Ride Up, which is really nice. And then your 4-wheel assault. It's very free because on boot, at the end of the battle, this unit boosts us +1 and just swap 2 other rear guards. So you can create a crazy combo there. And then for everything else, for PGs, you can swap 1 for Elementaria, depending on your meta. 3 effect draws, 1 over trigger, 4 crits, 8 crits, I'm an idiot. And then your 4 heals. That's not much. I don't know what to say other than Stockella OT is broken. It's one of the more broken ones. Like, how can you argue with a front row crit and 100 mil and a heal of all things. You got an actual 5th heal, not like other people's defensive heals. Like, anyway. Let me swap camera positions real quick to show you what this deck can do. Okay, so here's the board. This is the board that you can take it out surprisingly more frequently than I care to admit. So the idea is these 2 Maelstroms will be called from Soul. So you'll always, using this ability, you ideally, these will be called from Soul. They will end up in Soul. So you can do basically quite a bit of attacks. So when you attack, you counter blast, you restand, then that's the first wave. Second wave, then at the end of battle, you counter blast once more. That's the second. Third wave, then you soul blast, ideally 0. The 1 and 2, ideally you want to try to keep it in soul because it might be a good attack option. So then you swap the 2, then you attack, end of battle, counter blast, swap these 2. Then you attack with Vanguard, you do your drive checks, complete shit, doesn't matter. Then this is your 5th wave now. So you draw a card, then you retire your opponent's rear guard, you attack again, you retire, and then you draw. Then end of turn, these 2 will go to soul, and you have no rear guards in the front, so your opponent can't do much. In this current meta, it's kind of funny. And hey, if worst come to worst, if you caught yourself in a rock in a hard place, you will definitely have these in your drop. So you can always like remove them in your active ability and just counter charge. Unlike Abyssal Owl, which is end of turn, which is a pain in the ass, by the way. That's annoying. So that's pretty much it. So on to the conclusion. I might as well do it here. This deck, I've got to admit, I just don't like the lack of defensive pressure. But then that's the nature of this nation in general. Sakela just doesn't have enough defense, except for that one butterfly one. But like, my experience is it's not very defensive, you know. So, nonetheless, I hope I can deliver you guys the video, the start that video soon, and get hopefully the foil crest. But until then, I'll see you in the next video, and hopefully one next week. Bye.